Hey everybody, welcome to Get Busy Watching. I'm your host, Honest Dan. Let's talk movies. Welcome to part 1 of my rapid fire for all the movies that I saw in July. Let's get started. Dakota Johnson takes a cab ride with Sean Penn and they hash out their personal dramas for an hour and a half. I joke about the premise, but I still dig it. I don't like how Sean's character gets overly foul-mouthed with Dakota. It makes more sense as they get to know each other better, but so early on, Beyond that, this isn't the kind of story with earth-shattering stakes, just whether or not Dakota should be developing feelings for her boyfriend who's married with kids, and Sean dishing out old man wisdom for her to ponder. But I was perfectly fine with that. The subdued acting from both leads was more than enough for me, and what I took away from it was the basic human trust between two strangers and the basic human sympathy that's reciprocated. It's a sweet film, despite the single location and 2 characters. I recommend it. My honest rating for DADDIO, a 4 out of 5.
Word of advice. Don't ever say the word love, all right?
I just couldn't not say it anymore.
What's he supposed to do, love you back?
Former porn star Maxine Minks has been cast in a Hollywood film, and a serial killer is murdering everyone that she knows around her. It does some things better than X, some things worse, but does not hold a candle to Pearl. As per usual, I like Mia Goth. She always knows how to churn out a great performance in an otherwise so-so product. She is entertaining to watch. Bobby Cannavale was a lot of fun, and the climax is oddly fun and over the top as well. But that's it. The big problem is that I didn't like Maxine. All her friends or close co-workers, whoever they're supposed to be to her, are dying or disappearing around her, and she refuses to help the police. The only reason she gives is that the next victims should just save themselves like she did. As a result, more people die, and she could have potentially helped save them, but didn't. This deserves a dedicated review. It's not bad, but I don't like it. Viewer beware. My honest rating for Maxine, a 3 out of 5.
Night Stalker.
Terrorizing Los Angeles.
I can handle myself.
So said every dead girl in Hollywood.
Gru and his despicable family is back. A nemesis from his past that he had arrested has escaped prison and puts Gru and company in hiding. The first movie is still the best. I don't particularly like it, but it's not the worst. There's 2 jokes that made me laugh. When some minions get superpowers, a skyscraper window cleaner is about to fall to his death. He asks for help, but the minion thinks he wants help with cleaning the window and flies off. Another random person in the crowd says, "I'm sick of superheroes." That's pretty much it. Beyond that, it's cute baiting. A baby does cute things with cute animals and makes everyone go, "Aww." Pure manipulation. Every other joke is try hard, and any other joke that had the potential to be funny was wasted on the trailers that I've seen several times over, and the humor became diluted. Kids will like it. By virtue of it having minions, it has to be liked. But I didn't. My honest rating for Despicable Me 4, a weak 3 out of 5.
The most important part of a heist is being aware of potential dangers.
Based on true events, the small community of Possum TROT adopts 77 hard-to-place children and the challenges of the Martin family. I'm no believer, but this might just be the best faith-based film that I've ever seen. This could have easily gone sideways. I am protective of adoption films and highly critical of religious films. Despite how heavy-handed the religion can be, it focuses less on that and more on the human struggles. The faith is a detail and a tool for strength and perseverance. Anytime I felt like being critical of character choices, the movie addresses it and, in retrospect, is a key reason for how engaged I was. The acting is stupendous from the main cast, but of course, by throwing in Elizabeth Mitchell into into it, its elevation goes straight into the cosmos. It's an outstanding film with its head and heart in all the right places. Highly recommended. My honest rating for Sound of Hope, the story of Possum Trot, a strong 4 out of 5.
We can't just look away. The state ain't no family.
Kevin Costner's epic western. A vengeful band of settlers hunt the Apache. Costner helps a woman care for a toddler, and other stories too. I was worried that it wouldn't be worth it, but no, it's actually pretty good, if not a bit disjointed. I feel like each set of stories should have been their own movie, and then Chapter 4 would be what combines the stories into a single one so the audience has something to connect with more long term. But for what it is, the individual stories are well written enough to keep me engaged with the characters and their problems and how things will go for them. I appreciate that not one faction is the bad guy. There are good and bad seeds on both sides and are balanced very well. You can tell what direction a lot of these stories are going in, and I am interested in seeing where it all ends up. By the way, Sienna Miller, feel free to age anytime, woman. Stardust was 16 years ago, damn it! Despite its 3-hour length, it is a well-earned runtime, especially if you can appreciate the writing, so I recommend it. My honest rating for Horizon Chapter 1, a 4 out of 5.
There's no army of this earth that's gonna stop those wagons coming, little as they're wanted.
A mostly telepathic Micah Monroe is tracking down Satanist serial killer Nicolas Cage, who may be connected to her childhood. I was disappointed. By no means bad, the performances alone are worth seeing this, but I think it's the supernatural elements that throw me off. Her telepathy only seems to work when the script needs it to, and the satanic influences seem to be pointless as the more grounded explanations for the murders would be much more effective. Also, certain twists are pretty obvious. But when you take it in the moment, the mystery is rather interesting to speculate and see where everything goes and how it all gets resolved. Even Nick is at his creepiest. Admittedly, sometimes his nutty psychotic moments feel like he's just being him for a second, but he hits serious highs of fear and steals the show. I felt underwhelmed, but I still kind of recommend it for how different it is from everything else out there. My honest rating for Longlegs, a strong 3 out of 5.
I know you're not afraid of a little bit of dark. Because you are the dark.
That concludes part 1 of my rapid fire for July. Stay tuned for part 2. In the meantime, thanks so much for watching, you guys. I really appreciate it. Have a great day, stay safe and healthy out there, and hope to see you soon.